be able to get into the industry. And they had great real world information about here's how you do that, or here's what to expect. You know, like, I think one of the things was basically don't expect to be, it happens, but don't expect to be a professional artist living off of your art income until like your 30s or whatever. Like it takes a while for you to find just the right place that you're going to be. So like they were basically trying to say, if nothing happens as soon as you graduate, don't get discouraged. Most of us and most of the artists that we know, like it took a while to find where you needed to be, and then you found that spot, and you got where you needed to be eventually, and it's there. It really is there. You might have to wait for it though. Now we're north of Concord. So Canada? Actually, I've never traveled all the way north in New Hampshire, so I actually don't know how far it is from Concord to the border. I actually don't know. Obviously not an hour, but I think it's about an hour from us to the White Mountains, which, we've done a bunch. So that's about an hour, longer for Mount Washington, but Basel, it was a 80s and 90s woodworking show for me. Okay, PBS makes sense. The guy presenting it had such a New England accent. That is such a funny accent. I cannot get that right. So I try not to because I don't want to offend and horrify people. But New England accent is really weird and neat and fun. Zach, lots of scummy things. Oh yeah, no, the SCAD as a corporation, which is basically what it is, it is scummy. It is really scummy. And they still send me emails. I graduated in 2005 and they're still sending me emails for like, don't you want to donate money to us? I'm like, no, buddy, no, I can't, no. Mail's here. Adirondack baskets. Makes so much sense. I can finally live now that I'm in my 30s. Really? It's only 2 hours, like from Concord all the way to the border. Okay. I think Mount Washington's about as north as I've been in New Hampshire. And we have not done Mount Washington, by the way. We drove around it, and I was really annoyed at my husband because I added a lot of time to the trip, and we never even got out and did anything. I was really annoyed. That was nice of them, but boy, none of them were prepared for how the industry has changed in the past 20 years. Oh, yeah. 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 Pretty sure that's just the redneck accent you were listening to. No, there's interesting pockets of it. We lived for, can't math now, almost 10 years, I guess, near Portsmouth on the seacoast in New Hampshire. That's where my daughter was born. And there was so many people who had like a solid Boston accent there, but it still always surprised me when I ran into someone and like Boston came out of their mouth. It was fun. All right, I need to do things. All right, I was going to try to do the ears in this because I think that makes some sense. Maybe. It depends on how fast you're driving. True. Very true. All right, so let's do the ears and then we can tie them in, and then the only thing that we have to sew on afterwards will be the tail. I am down for that. That looks small. Let's try this. We'll see if this works. If it doesn't work, I will probably have to break into my charisma yarn to make the ears work here. It's pretty interesting when you consider how close Boston is to Portland, Maine, and the vast difference in accents they have. Yeah, you have an aunt in Portland area. And the Maine maritime accent is just bonkers to listen to. I love it. I love it. Yeah, like one of the New England accents is there's a weird thing in my throat. Hang on. Yeah, if you like horror movies, the old Pet Cemetery that has what's his name? I can picture his beautiful face and God dang it. Ah. Anyway, the old dude in Pet Cemetery and the older one. He does a good one. He does a good accent. That's a good New England accent. But it's also not what everyone up here sounds like. It's very Mainer accent.